Parliamentarians are looking to create a framework for free intra-Africa trade. They are gathered for the second day to discuss ways to implement resolutions of last month's summit. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is there for us and has the latest. Sipa, let's just talk about what the focus is at the gathering today in particular.
Well, it's been about a number of commissions and breakaway sessions that were discussing a number of issues ranging from climate change, issues of trade and business within and among Brics member states. But most importantly, they were discussing issues of energy within Brics, and that will be very crucial when it comes to South African context, or the South African context, if you take into account the number of challenges that the country is facing when it comes to the energy crisis, and also the issue of that long overdue memorandum of understanding that has to be signed between Brics member states. It's been on the cards for a very long time. Others have been questioning whether there is political will from member states to sign a memorandum of understanding, because whatever cooperation is undertaken, it has to be underpinned by a memorandum of understanding with clear terms and conditions of cooperation to say this is how we're going to work, these are the time frames, these are the deadlines, this is how we're going to learn from each other. And that has not been in place for many years, and it is hoped that this 9th Brics Parliamentary Forum will at least see that being achieved. Will it happen? We can only find out later this afternoon. What is currently happening is that commissions are over now. There will be report back sessions on the resolutions that were taken at those commissions, including issues of peace and stability. Let's take a listen to the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly in South African Parliament.
The Memorandum of Understanding of our cooperation that was started way back, and this is why Honorable Baleka Mbete, our former Speaker, was here to present that perspective so that he reminds many of us parliamentarians who are newer of where it started and where it's taking. And this was for the benefit of parliamentarians from all countries. That background was significant. So we think, having discussed it by round robin, we are reaching agreement, and we have been able to agree to sign it today. This is one of the exciting outcomes of this formalizing cooperation between all of us in the family of Brics and the new ones. It was interesting yesterday to hear some of the reasons that propelled them to want to join this family, suggesting that indeed it coincides with the original intention of Brics. In other words, to choose a developmental path that is free of use of power and other strengths that any countries have to advance political agendas.
And Sipa, how did attendees say they're going to ensure that this doesn't become yet another talk shop?
By coming up with clear practical mechanism to enable them to play their oversight role. Remember, this parliamentary forum has seen a number of delegates from all Brics member states coming together. You're talking about more than 250 delegates, including from members in waiting. Those are members that have been approved by Brics to join, but their membership will start early next year. So they are here attending. They include Egypt, United Arab Emirates, as well as countries such as Iran. All of them are participating here. But attendees are saying what needs to happen is to come up with clear, concrete mechanism that will enable parliamentarians, legislators and lawmakers to play their oversight role. Whatever decisions that were taken at the 15th Brics Summit in Sandton by the executive will have to go through parliamentary processes for them to meet constitutional and legal requirements to be able to pass. They also have some financial implications. So those who are attending this forum are saying there needs to be a clearly defined mechanism that will enable that to happen, but also come up with other new innovative ways of having a well-coordinated approach in holding the executive to account. Let's take a listen to the UDM president, who's a member of parliament in South Africa.
I think the best for members of parliament would be to recommend to the speaker that there be a Brics portfolio committee where portfolio committees like environment, trade and industry, energy, and so on, could converge under one roof and ask the executive to come and unpack all the agreements they entered into earlier this year. Then after that, we'll be in a position to do a proper oversight.
All right, Siphamandla Goge, live for us. Thank you. Let's leave it there for now. Still to come on All Angles.